So here's something interesting. We're going to be looking at a court case in which Jordan Peterson was called by the defendants as somebody who is an expert because there was a confession that was later claimed to be a false confession. And it's pretty interesting. Let's see what happened in said case. Press Progress wrote about this. They say several years ago, before becoming a YouTube celebrity and winning the admiration of the alt-right, Peterson was called as an expert witness in the trial of a Winnipeg man who confessed to police that he killed his friend and sometimes lover. The man later pleaded not guilty, claiming his confession was not true. He would go on to be convicted of manslaughter in two separate trials. According to court documents reviewed by Press Progress, defense lawyers offered Peterson as an expert on false confessions and false memories, providing his expert opinion on the reliability of confession the defendant gave to police. Except the judge questioned the reliability of Peterson's expert opinions instead. Says, ruling on, quote, the admissibility of expert evidence on false confessions in January 2012, Manitoba Justice Sean Greenberg ruled 3/4 of Peterson's evidence was inadmissible and questioned his credibility as an expert witness. Quote, Dr. Peterson has no experience assessing the reliability of confessions, Justice Greenberg wrote in his ruling. Quote, in fact, he acknowledges that he has never seen a police confession and did not view the video of the confession in this case. The judge noted Peterson's expertise on, quote, interview techniques was limited to job interviews, something that is benign in comparison to a murder investigation. Nonetheless, Peterson testified that the effect of improper interview techniques in job interviews and murder investigations are, quote, the same in both situations. Wow, okay. Says Justice Greenberg also appeared puzzled by Peterson's testimony on false memories. During a police interview, the defendant initially claimed he could not remember whether or not he killed his friend. The judge noted that Peterson, quote, accepted this explanation without question. As Justice Greenberg observed, being questioned about the death of a friend is not like being asked if one had remembered to turn the stove off. Quote, if I understand Dr. Peterson's evidence, if it is unlikely that one would repress the memory of killing someone, the judge reasoned, one would assume it is unlikely one would repress the memory that one did not kill the person. Justice Greenberg observed that Peterson got basic facts about the case wrong too. Peterson testified that a significant indicator of the reliability of confession would be if a murderer told police something about the crime they did not know. According to Peterson, the defendant's confession was unreliable because he only admitted to attacking the victim with the golf club after police had first told him that the murder weapon was a golf club. Except, as the judge pointed out, the defendant actually first told police about the golf club earlier in the interview. So this is interesting. We're looking at, basically, this was a court case that happened in the past in Canada, and basically he was called up by the defendants to be some kind of an expert on false memories and false confessions. There was like a conflation between interviews and murder trials, job interviews and murder trials, in which he's sort of comparing, which is not even close to the same. But 3/4 of the evidence was essentially hogwash, is what they considered it. This also ended up going in an appeals court, and that judge also sided with this judge in his decision to basically wash away a bunch of Peterson's bullshit, because that's what he was. But this is interesting. Let me know your thoughts on this down below.